do some of this stuff with her, you know, together, because it helps to do it with somebody. Okay, now I got another one. Countermission, remove codes. Tess, do I have any countermission codes?
Yes.
Okay. Did I Tess, did I just remove any?
No.
Okay, they're hard. Sometimes you can, just by accessing that something is there, you can remove it, but I guess not with that. You're going to really have to know a lot more about it. Okay, see, I got your picture here next to what's your life about. That's the skill I think that you should work on next, David. So I want to ask you, what is your life about?
That's a big question.
Like in 25 words or less, off the top of your head, what's your life about? Real fast.
Yeah, okay. That is a leading question. That's
well, I tell you,
an easy one.
If you're curing leukemia, you know, like you're in the middle of curing leukemia, and
Yeah.
So your life is about curing leukemia.
It is indeed.
I mean, everybody who has leukemia, that's what their life is about. It's about, in their case, they can't cure it, so it's just about having it. In your case, you can cure it, so it's about curing it. So what thought comes up when I say that?
I'm very intent on doing it, of course. I've never wanted it. I've never made it mine. But I'm quite happy to get stuck in and get to work on it and have it gone.
And you shall. You know? You shall. Somebody asked a good question. You know how you take it out and then let's say you take leukemia out of your spiral body and then you find it again in your spiral body the next day. And they were saying, well, if it comes back, did you cure it? And how would you answer that question, since you're the one doing the curing? I mean, the guy was asking me, you know, and in my case, my herpes is gone, so that's how I could say I cure. I'm in a good position to say I cured herpes, but how would you answer that?
I would say yes. It was cured.
Even
come back.
Okay, so the bottom line is it's cured and it can come back.
Yes.
Just like it came the first time, right?
Absolutely right. Yes, it came originally, and it's returned. It would have returned again. Yeah. So, but no, I would agree that yes, it was cured.
Well, does that mean you always had it, or does that mean that you didn't always have it? Like, test this question: did I have leukemia before I was born? What do you get there?
No.
Oh, okay. Now, test: did I have leukemia when I was conceived?
Yes.
Okay. So actually, one of the partially leukemia is hereditary. Yes.
I don't really know whether it is or not.
Well, you test this question: is it an inheritance?
I've got a no on that.
Okay. Is it in my DNA?
Yes.
Was it in the DNA of one or both of my parents?
Yes.
You know, but they didn't die of leukemia or ever show any symptoms, did they?
No, not at all. They both died, both of a very good age, of natural causes.
You know what? People have a lot of diseases in their non-physical bodies and in their DNA, and they never activate. And this is something that we know from testing many, many, many people. Many people. So, you know, when you have a disease like cancer in your DNA, it doesn't mean that you're ever actually going to show any medically defined symptoms of cancer. And they can't see it in your DNA. They don't know it's there. They can't read the DNA. We can test it. They can't. Your doctor can't. Your doctor can't test what we can test. It's that simple. You know, they don't have tests for it. You know, we can find out things your doctor can't find out. And that means none of us should ever let a doctor make any decisions for us, ever. We got to be really careful about that, because they're making decisions strictly from their mental body. They have absolutely no information. All they're doing is just setting up conjectures. They work with probabilities like actuarial tables. That's what they do. You're a statistic to your doctor.
That's right. Absolutely right. Yes.
Whereas to you, you can actually test what's in there. And you can also test for somebody else, too. You can find things in people's bodies. And you can cure other people. They just get it back. So now, I want to ask you some questions about what's your life about, okay?
Okay.
Test, do I want some things that I don't know about?
Yes.
How about, do some of my interests interfere with success?
Do some of my... What was that?
Do some of my interests interfere with success?
Yes.
Okay, now this is an important skill. And there's a whole bunch of these questions on this page. Right here, what's your life about? Which you get to from the hub. And if I just go, I'll just press the back button, and we will see the hub here, and it's skill 11. Here it is, skill 11, what's your life about? We're on the preview page right now. This is the preview page we were just on with all those questions, and that's on the hub. And the hub is... That's the hub. Okay? So this is just so people can find this again. I'm telling them that. Now, here, what are we going to do now? I'm going to go on the lesson page. Okay?
Okay.
Here's what's your life about lesson page. And there are a whole bunch of lessons here. One of them is life orientation questions. For example, please remember to reword questions that feel awkward to you, okay, in your mind as I ask them. Test this question: is my life orientation basically positive or negative?
Well, is that not a double-edged question? I can't get a yes or no on.
I know you have to you have to reword the question. What you
I see.
What you would do is break it into two questions. Like you would ask, is my life orientation positive? See if you get a signal on that.
It is.
Okay, is my life orientation basically negative? See if you get a signal on that.
That's a no.
Okay, am I in relationship with the right people?
That's a no, but I would have expected that to be a no somewhere along the line. It's got to be. I don't think it can be 100% that, surely.
Okay, are there some people I need to form new relationships with?
Yes.
Do I know them yet?
No.
Okay. Now there's a lot more to this life orientation, but one thing it says is you need to make some new friends. You with me?
Yes.
You just tested that you need to make some new friends. Now this, by the way, does not mean that your wife and son are not the right people to be in relationship with. What it's telling you is you should not be expecting to get everything that you need from two people in this world.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is something that everybody needs to pay heed to what we're talking about here, because this is everybody. We are talking to everybody. There's another lesson here, a whole series of lessons in here on life structure design.
Yeah, I see them.
Yeah, betrayal symptoms. Desirable realities, undesirable connections, sloppiness, undesirable conditions. Okay?
Yep.
Now, see, I want you to work in this skill. You know, a long time ago, you know Meredith, right?
Yep.
I assigned this skill to her a long time ago. She never did it. And, you know, when I look at her Facebook page, I see that she's still stuck in all this stuff that she could have cured. Like 2 years ago, I told her to do this 2 years ago, and she never did it. And, you know, one thing you might try doing is maybe give Meredith a call and do some of this stuff with her, you know, together, because it helps to do it with somebody. Okay, now I got another one. Counter mission, remove codes. Tess, do I have any counter mission codes?
Yes.
Okay. Tess, did I just remove any?
No.
Okay, they're hard. Sometimes you can, just by accessing that something is there, you can remove it, but I guess not with that. You're going to really have to know a lot more about it. Okay, yep. Failed missions. Do I have any failed missions that are affecting me now?
I would have been surprised if that was a no.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to find them and remove the effects of them. It's exactly like removing a trauma. Yeah. So if you take the trauma thing that I showed where you did this movie on past life trauma, you use the same procedure. And you can actually watch your own movie again where you removed your trauma from the past life, and you will see how to do this, how to remove failed mission effects. And okay, there's a whole area on fairness, and there's nothing to test about it. It's huge, and you actually have to go in it and test the things that are in it. It's gigantic. I mean, there's talks on it, and there's there's the whole fairness clearing, the distance fairness balance factors, and so on. It's just, there's just a lot to it. Anyway, We're not going to try to do that right now. You have to get into this stuff. I want you to come into these movies with stuff to share about what you've done in these lessons, okay?
Yep.
You know, I want to start our movie by you telling us what lessons you worked and what you did in the lesson. And so with that, I'm just going to area code 813-672-3419.